Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Smokey Vaughn with the Go Big Orange Talk. It has been a while since I'd actually put out an episode, but I felt that it was the necessary need with things going on in our Tennessee world at this moment. I know that a lot of people are definitely, upset about the Florida game. Look, I get it, guys. I'm the same way. I definitely agree that, we definitely have to go to work. Um, I was watching Locked On Balls this morning and I'm looking at all the college football championships in the last, 100 years or so. And I don't know, I'm just looking back and it's like, man, what could we have done differently in that game? Well, to me, honestly, I think that, you know, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's really just all about the camaraderie, it's about the trust, it's about the OC. The defense wasn't really good either. I say really good, they weren't good at all. I don't know. It just really kind of goes back to a few different topics that, have been talked about or whatnot. And just really questions around, is Joe Milton the guy? Is he not the guy? Things of that nature. And, I know it's an unpopular opinion to some people, but I don't know if I blame Joe a lot. I don't know if I blame him at all. One thing I do know is that, you know, regardless of if it's Joe or heck, if it's the offensive line, if it's the offensive coordinator, in my own personal opinion, I think Joey is not really calling the kind of plays that we called last year. And look, I hear people saying that Heupel's calling all the plays, but that's hard for me to believe because last year the plays were immaculate. I mean, we looked like unstoppable last year at times, right? So, of course, not South Carolina game. That was wow. I don't even want to get into that. But anyways, I mean, I think that I really think that we just kind of shit the bed when we went to the Florida Gators. I mean, a lot of people said that, hey, the students are not thinking about 2003 and all that. Well, I think they do. I think that they think about that wholeheartedly. But I also don't think that Tennessee is the goodest team as it was last year. I mean, I hate saying that, I really do. I mean, but when you lose a man like Alex Golish and, you got Joey in there his first year trying to get, accumulated everything. I'll tell you right now, I have not seen the high tempo like we did last year. Um, that's something that is very apparent to me. I mean, I see it at times, but and I'm going to go back to Joe Milton. I feel like Joe Milton is not made for the fast tempo. I just don't. I don't think that he has accumulated to it. I don't think he likes it. I don't think that he can do it. And a lot of talk is around, the run, the run and throw. There's a lot of talk around that too, where he's never thrown outside of the pocket and made a decent throw. I don't know, man. There's really a bunch of different things that we could kind of sit here and go round and round about, but it's just I don't know. I mean, usually I'm funny with my podcast. I throw some stuff in there. Usually I have um, my co-host on here, but I just wanted to come on here and basically just kind of rattle off. I don't know. It's rough, man. It's rough. I mean, it really makes you miss the people that were here last year because who knows, like who knows what it could have been if they just stayed aligned. And I mean, I get it. Golish wants to go off, and have his own team, and I'm sure he's making a little bit more money as well being a head coach opposed to an OC. But I don't know. It just I guess it kind of sucks, man. But I don't speak for everybody. I speak for my own opinion. I speak for what I see, and I'm just not seeing a fast tempo. I'm seeing lack of trust, if you want me to be completely honest. And a lot of people are like, what do you mean by that? And I'm like, well, I don't think they trust Joe. I mean, in the Florida game, he had one ball that was wonderful to Brew McCoy for the touchdown. I think it was 58 yards or 55, somewhere around there. But nope. Let's see what that is. Oh, never mind, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, I really think that we're just having a really hard time. Just going back and in sync with what there was there last year. Um, I don't think that Joe Milton is near as good as Hendon Hooker. I don't think that the O line is as good. And look, guys, I understand we're missing like 4 or 5 linemen too. That's another big thing. So I will concur with what Joey said about not putting Nico in. It wouldn't change anything because the offensive line is weak right now. It is what it is, and I mean it's the sad truth. We're missing a lot of key points. I mean, Cooper's been out for what? Has it been the whole season? I don't know. I don't remember him playing in any of the first 2 games, but I don't know, man. It's tough because, I mean, if we play like we did in Florida at Alabama and then Georgia at Tennessee, it's gonna be a tough year, man. I mean, Missouri doesn't get any easier. Missouri's looking really good right now, if I'm completely honest. I don't know. I mean, if we get the same Georgia team that went against South Carolina, I think we do have a chance, but we can't play like we did in Florida, or that game's going to be 3-3. I mean, just being honest. But I mean, I don't know. Everybody in the SEC is having a hard time, to be honest. I mean, I know Georgia's 3-0, but look at who they played. It's really not been anybody, and they had a hard time with South Carolina. Had to come back to win that game. And then you got Alabama struggling against South Florida, which is where Alex Golesh went. I think Golesh might be Bama's kryptonite or something. 17-3 with a spread that was supposed to be about 34 or 35 points. It doesn't look good. And then I don't know, man. I mean, LSU beating up on Mississippi State the way they did, making LSU look like a super champ when they're. I know it's not very professional of me to put down teams and whatnot, but I really don't care. I just really do not like LSU and their fan base. I just cocky for no reason, I guess. I mean, yeah, you made it to the SEC championship last year at 9-3 and got blew out. So I don't know, but I don't know, man. I mean, SEC is kind of looking a little shifty. It's kind of not looking like the dominant football programs that has been for like the last 30 plus years. But you go back and you look at all these college football championships. Of course, Georgia's won 2 in a row. Alabama won 2020. LSU won 19, of course. Then Clemson in 18, Alabama in 17, Clemson again in 16, Alabama again in 15, and Ohio State in 14, which was we've been in the CFP since 2014. Florida State won the year before that, and Alabama repeats at 11 and 12. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But and it just, I don't know. It's kind of crazy how, I know the SEC has been very dominant But if Tennessee doesn't make it, I think Texas wins it all. I definitely don't believe that there's going to be a three-peat. I mean, I would almost bet the farm on it that Georgia does not do a 3-in-a-row championship. I don't think that their O-line is that great. I think that they're good. I don't think they're great, and I think that defense has got some spots in it, but I don't know. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to, put anybody down too much or whatnot, but I just realistically, it's like nobody in the SEC is doing that great. Pac-12 is absolutely out of this world, killing it right now. So I don't know. I just don't think that we're where we need to be. I definitely believe that. And I believe that, Tennessee definitely needs to get up and get it going. And I guess we can kind of see from that point on what happens, but it's just kind of shifty right now in the SEC all around. So I don't blame one or the other. I just think that they need to really comprehend what's really going on and just kind of go from there. I mean, we got to build. That's for sure. We have to build, and we cannot go outside of that. We have to build. But anyways, guys, man, I took this time out to just kind of talk to everybody and see where everybody's head's at. I hope that everybody has a fantastic rest of their week. And yeah, guys, just keep on screaming Rocky Top. I mean, that's all we can do at the end of the day, and that's what we will do. And again, this is Smokey Vaughn with Go Big Orange Talk. You guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate it.
They say it's over 100K in here right now. And me, it feel like 200.
Defense go to work. Special teams go to work.
Now we back, baby.
Offense, you know what to do.
Football time in Tennessee.
Rocky Top right back at the top. We was waiting for this. We was ready to pop. Can't even hold you. Won't be stopped. Off the block. We taking tops. We kicking nerves and taking names. It's something about that power T. You ain't got no haters. You ain't no beast. Let's shock the world in Tennessee. It's about that time to say the least. Rocky Top, you always be that home away from home for me. I just left the hill right off of 17. Ain't missed a beat. Turning all my ills to dubs. Turning all they hate to love. They see